Seems like we've been here before. Yes, it is Groundhog Day. And we welcome you to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year. Last season, they had the upper hand in the series, going 3-1 against these guys.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
You take nothing for granted. These teams are very familiar with one another, and we expect a close contest.
We've got a terrific low post matchup tonight, Doris. Two of the top big men in the league going head-to-head.
Kevin, these are two teams that try to get their centers as many touches as possible. They are the axis upon which these offenses rotate, and how much the defense can guard that entry pass will be a key tonight.
Now here's Levine. Back to Jones. And Jones slams it in.
I tell you what, he's showing some real courage going to the reverse in that situation.
I don't think he knows you're not supposed to do that in traffic. Here's Nemhard. Stolen by Levine. And here's the fast break. Paul leading the way. And he gets the bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Halliburton outside. Pass to Nemhard. Looking to end the run. And a wide open look for Halliburton. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Got that one up quick. Levine's got a couple of threes now in the first for Chicago.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Healed from outside. That's tipped. Here's Norrell. Shot clock at 6. And it's Halliburton missing.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going. And the Pacers have been one of those teams that they're allergic to rebuilding, but there's clearly a youth movement in Indy, and with young talents like Tyrese Halliburton and Ben Mathurin, they already boast some nice building blocks.
Now Halliburton following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. And it's Halliburton missing.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Pass to Vucevic. Now here's Vanderbilt. Picked by Vucevic. The kick out to Ball. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Ball's got 5 now.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
To the middle. Fast break. Here we go. The shake. And Levine with the slam.
Yeah, this is a little bit of showmanship right there, from his nifty handle to the way he finishes. Nicely done by Zach.
Halliburton right side. Pass to Nora. Inside. 6 on the shot clock. Good on the shot.
Yeah, Miles Turner can carve space. Don't let that lean frame fool you. He can get inside and score deep.
Jones up top. And it's slammed in by Jones.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Greg, looking back at the 2021 draft, I'm still shocked. Tyrese Halliburton fell to 12th. My goodness.
What a steal Halliburton has been. He broke his wrist in college, and that scared some teams away. But, boy, Tyrese has been awesome in the NBA.
A superb scorer and a talented distributor. Tyrese Halliburton is exactly the type of point guard every team would love to have.
Here's Nemhard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Hayward at the elbow. 3-pointer.
Wow, just an excellent defensive effort from Buddy Hield. Understanding I've got to contest here, and he does.
22.
And
the Pacers 3. Ladies and gentlemen,
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, you may not know this, but Gordon Hayward was a two-time Indiana State singles champion in tennis. He says, in high school, I was better at tennis than basketball, but I've always loved hoops more. Thankfully, I was able to grow throughout high school to get to the frame I have now. He has certainly filled out in the NBA. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, he sure has. He's been a terrific player to watch and follow. The injury is significant, but he continues on. David, thanks. Here's Simonovic. And a miss there on the triple. Pacers trailed by 17.
And what makes Chicago tricky to defend, Kevin, they just have such a balanced attack. They can score in the paint from mid-range or hurt you from deep.
Pass to Nesmith. Here's Mathurin. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Mathurin's got his first bucket in this one.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
Now here's Williams. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. You know, as the Bulls have become a more veteran team, Greg, it feels like they've settled into what they do well.
And you need a strong identity to be successful in this league. Chicago is building towards that, but it does take time. And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
Now here's Hayward. Simonovic. And again, no good by Chicago. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Greg, you watch Mathurin. He is built to score at this NBA level.
Excellent spot-up shooter. He plays above the rim. And once he gets more comfortable scoring off the bounce, watch out.
Doris, with the officials calling slightly fewer fouls, it seems like we see a more physical game on the floor. What do you think?
I think it's a change for the better, Kevin. Obviously, you want guys to be safe, but the defense must be allowed to do their job.
Now, here's McConnell. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. During the Sixers' process days, Doris, they developed lots of undrafted players.
They certainly did, Kev. Look no further than a guy like T.J. McConnell, who entered the league in 2015. Philly allows T.J. to learn how to play the lead guard position. He got plenty of minutes. He could play through his mistakes, and all that experience was huge for McConnell's game.
Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Boy, the defense has no answer for Andre Drummond. That's what we call emphatic finish.
And stolen by Drummond. Outside, White. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Isaiah Jackson.
That's what we call embracing the physicality of the game. Andre Drummond, never afraid of taking contact.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
2 minutes. Hayward from outside. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
First personal foul.
What a package Gordon Hayward brings to the table. Size, athleticism, high IQ for the game of basketball. You can count on his decision-making at both ends. I just love his game.
good to see Hayward out there on the floor. For the past few years, this guy's dealt with a ton of injuries. And
it's a shame because when he's completely healthy, he's proven he's capable of making an all-star team. Consider this. In every season but his rookie year, he's been a double-digit scorer, and he always does it in very efficient fashion.
Chicago with the ball. The Pacers making the shot. Pass to Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Jackson with it. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Drummond a screen. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
It's White on the wing. Back to Williams. Pass to Hayward. Outside Williams. Now Hayward. Drummond with it. Out to Hayward. This one for 3. Drummond. And Drummond is right there. Drummond's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Smith. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Andre Drummond in the middle of the action at both ends of the floor. Big-time defensive block.
And they recover it. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And so it's the Chicago Bulls out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Pacers trailed by 17.
Guys, you think about this Indiana Pacers proud organization. They have not been to a conference finals since 2014. And consider when they did get into the playoffs, they were bounced in the first round several times.
Now, here's Halliburton. Bangs home the trifecta. Hield's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Indiana.
If you look at the active three-point percentage list, Mr. Buddy Hield is near the top. This guy is the very definition of sharpshooter.
And for this Pacers franchise, Doris, they took a step backwards last season.
Kevin, there's no doubt about it. Their worst record in over 30 years. But you know what? I really like what they did. They shuffled the deck player-wise. They brought in a new head coach. Sometimes you have to take that step backward to go 2 steps forward.
Chicago on defense. Now Halliburton. Pass to Nembhard. Off target with his 3. The Bulls leading by 14. And here's Jones, covered by Hield. Now here's White. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 5 to shoot. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
And just running the offense, White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Halliburton with it. Deflects the pass. Down low. And Jared Vanderbilt gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. We know the NBA is exploring alternate broadcasts for selected games, allowing users to pick their commentators. Doris, should you and I be nervous?
Kevin, I'm always nervous, and you will always be the A-team. Come on, my man. The fans know they need to listen to Kevin Harlan.
You are, Doris, way too kind. Coming from you, a Hall of Famer, you kidding me? I'll work with you any day, and I'll do the analyst, and you can do the play-by-play. How does that sound?
Kevin, love it.
Now White, following the three-point attempt by Tyrese Halliburton.
The IQ of White, reading those pick and rolls and just taking what the D gives him.
And here's Halliburton. Pass to Nembhard. And the layup's good off the glass.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Now Vanderbilt. Here's Drummond. He has 6. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. Now here's White. Just 5 on the clock. Chicago needs to get a shot off. Rebound by Smith.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
And the dunk by Jackson.
And Mathurin proving he can be unselfish, wanting to find his teammates.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Launches a 3. And again, Chicago. No good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Pacers. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. The Bulls leading by 15. And here's White. Vanderbilt with the screen. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Jackson. 1:22 left here in the third quarter. Here's Mathurin. Lays it up off the glass. Mathurin's got his second bucket tonight.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
White looking around. Pass to Vanderbilt. Screen by Jones. Got a piece of it. And stolen by McConnell. To the paint. Here's Nesmith. And it's sent back by Drummond. It's White on the wing. Now Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Out to the right wing. Back to Drummond. Got a piece of it. Here's Vanderbilt. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Bulls lead by 15.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And it's Mathurin missing. Over in the corner, Beverly. To the inside. And it's Drummond with the jam.
What pretty vision right there by Patrick Beverly. Wow.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And we'll see if... And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Bulls leading by 17. Now here's Hayward. Here's Simonovic. No good with the triple.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point. It's amazing the success they've had with him shooting this way. 0 for the night.
Here's Williams. Banked in off the glass. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bulls.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And also, guys, the tenacity they've shown on the defensive end has been something else. Look at how many blocks they've tallied thus far.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That is his first foul of the game. With the ball. Out guarded by Hield. Clock at 4. Here's Simonovic. The wide open look here for Caruso. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Haliburton outside. Pass to Nembhard. For the three. They grab their own miss. Back to Haliburton. Here's Nembhard. From deep. It's hauled in by Beverly.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
They set the screen. Haliburton with the steal. Williams with the steal. Caruso with the ball. Out to Hayward. Lets it go from deep. Here's Simonovic. It's Beverly on the wing. Inside. And he dunks it down.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
To me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
In the corner, it's Healed. Haliburton outside. Just 5 to shoot. Out left to the wing. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Well, Greg, analysts evaluate player performances on the floor, and sometimes we've seen the players fire back. They're not happy with the criticism.
You know, it's a risk you take, but if you treat everyone with kid gloves, you're really not doing your job. The audience expects a level of honesty, and quite frankly, players don't mind you criticizing their game. It's when those critiques become personal.
Good on the triple.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Mora, that's good.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Back to Beverly. Turner with the steal.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bulls.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Drummond.
And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
24 seconds left in the 4th. And so it's Haliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Mora, he can't get that one. Excellent D there from Williams. And here is Caruso. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great